this video, we'll learn how to draw the influence line using the equilibrium method. So the influence line is, it actually predicts the magnitude of the variable based on a unit load that is moving along the entire length of the beam. So let's say we place a 1 kilonewton, okay, we have 1 kilonewton that is moving from, so let's say the movement is from A to B. So let's say we call it as X. So let's say ito yung X natin, X variable. Okay, so first is, take note, you have to identify first the the influence diagram of a known reaction. Kaya ano ba yung reactions na yun? So, before you proceed with the influence diagram of any of the unknowns, draw first the free body diagram. So, let's say ito yung CY. Okay, para malaman mo kung ano yung mga unahin mo. So, let's say MA. Yan. Now, mamili ka sa tatlo. Choose from these two kung ano yung unahin mo. Pero, halata naman ng pwede nating unahin yan is CY because the value of AY will be dependent on the value of CY. Because if we start with AY, it will be, yun nga, ang first talaga is sa CY. Okay? So, yun. So, una, okay, for CY, i-draw ko lang yan, i-isolate natin yung BCD. So, isolate ko yung BCD. Yan. So, 3 meters saka 2 meters. Yan. So, 3 meters and then 2 meters. Ito yung sa CY. Okay. So, notice that sa BCD, pag wala pa yung unit load sa member BCD, ito yung B, okay, ito yung C, and then D. Pag wala pa yung unit load sa member BCD, ang CY natin is when the unit load, let's say, so, when the 1 kilonewton is at 0, lagay na lang natin yung range, 4, ibig sabihin, from 0 to 4, ang CY natin, if we take moment, ang B kasi is internal hinge. So, yung dito, yung sa B is internal hinge. So, if we take moment at B is equal to 0, CY, let's say, clockwise moment to be positive, CY is actually 0. Okay? So, this equation, this value of CY is true only when the unit load is at 0, less than X, and less than 4. So, when the unit load is at 0 to 4, the value of CY is 0. Now, what if the unit load now will be at, let's say, greater than 4? So, let's say ito yung moment arm. So, lagpas 4 na siya. So, this will be X minus 4. Ito yung 1 kilonewton. So, what if the 1 kilonewton is already along member BCD? So, that is greater when X is greater than 4. So, nandito na yung unit load. So, again, so, when the 1 kilonewton is at a 4 but less than 4, 7, and 9. Yeah. Okay. So, CY, again, let's take moment at B is equal to 0. Then, clockwise positive. So, CY, negative CY times 3 is equal to, plus 1 multiplied by the moment arm, which is X minus 4. So, it's equal to 0. Take note, our reference point is at A. So this distance is X minus 4. Okay? X minus 4 from B. So, CY, your CY now will be negative, will be X minus 4 over 8. Take note, this value of CY is valid only when the unit load is at 4 and greater than 4 but less than or equal to 9. Okay, so we already derived the function or the value of cy as a function of x. Okay, so how will you draw that? How will you draw the influence diagram of this cy? So let's say we're going to draw it here. Okay, so okay, so this will be the point A, point B, gawin ko dito, point C, and then this is point D. Okay, when the unit load, when the unit load is at A, which is at x is equal to 0, the value of cy is 0. So, nandito yun. Cy is 0. Okay, and then next, when the unit load is at B, I'll just transcribe kung ano ibig sabihin nito, itong nasolve natin dito. When the unit load is at B, okay, when the unit load is at B, still, the value of cy will be 0 because nandito siya sa B, kasi nandito, if you take moment at B, 1 times 0, that is still 0. Okay, so 0 pa rin dito. Yan. And then, now, kapag ang x is equal to 4, it's either use this value or use the, pag ginamit mo naman to, kasi included naman yung 4 dito, substitute mo na yung 4. 4 minus 4 still 0. So, 0 divided by 3 is still 0. Again, now for when the unit load is at C, which is at x is equal to 7, so 7 minus 4, that is 3 divided by 3, that is 1. Okay, so when the unit load is at C, the value of, nakalimutan kong ilagay dito, so this is IL for CY. Okay, so 1 dito. And then last, when the unit load is at D, which is at x is equal to 9, so 9 minus 4, 4 times 7, 9. Okay, 9 minus 4, that is 5 divided by 3, so that is 5/3. So dito, okay, double straight natin. So 5, so 1 to, and this is 5/3. So drawing, i-connect mo lang to. So, ay, kilo naman. So, more or less, dapat straight line to. Ayan, okay na yan. So, straight line lang to. So, yan na nga yung 1 yung value dito. So, ibig sabihin nun. So, ito yung variations ng value ng CY. So, when 1 is moving from B to C, nagkakaroon na siya ng value. So, linear lang yan. So, pag nakuha mo itong 1, pwede ka nang mag-interpolate. Okay? But makuha naman natin yung equation. Kaya nga, line lang to kasi nga influence line. Okay? So, the equation is only linear. Okay, so yan. So, okay na tayo sa CY. Okay, so yan na yung CY. Next. Tuloy ko lang dito. Tuloy naman kasi. Okay lang yan. So, dito naman, ang next natin, okay, dito. Curve. Okay lang yan. Straighten ko na nga lang. Straighten na siguro ito. Okay, so for influence diagram ng sunod natin, ang sunod. Okay, AY. So, IL for AY. So, for AY, mag-summation forces na lang tayo. Okay? So, since alam naman natin may value din ng CY, we can use the whole equation or the whole structure. So, consider whole structure na dito. So, summation forces vertical is equal to 0. So, it will be AY plus CY is equal to the unit load. So, transpose ko lang para makuha natin yung general equation. So, 1 minus CY. So, this is the general equation for AY. Kaya lang, be careful because we have a change in value of Cy depending on the location of the unit load. So when we'll have our quiz, you don't need to use write this unnecessary na sinusulat ko lang for the sake of discussion. So pag quiz, hindi nyo na kailangan gawin to. So when 1 kilonewton is at 0 hanggang 4, ang value ng Cy is actually equal to 0. So yung Ay natin ngayon will also be 1 minus 0. So Ay is 1. Ibig sabihin, this equation or this value of Ay is true only when the unit load is at 0 hanggang 4. Okay, next. How about if when the 1 kilonewton is at greater than 4 but less than 9. Okay, the value there of Cy is actually ito, x minus 4 over 3. So that your Ay now will be from the general equation 1 minus x minus 4 over 3. So A1. Okay, simplify. So this will be 3 minus x plus 4 over 3. So Ay will be 7 minus x over 3. So this value of Ay is true only when the unit load is at 4 greater than 4 but less than or equal to 9. Okay. So you can now draw your shear or influence diagram for Ay. Just use this equation. So regardless, when the unit load is at A, which is at 0, the value of Ay is 0. Okay? Dito yan. 0. Yun. Next. When the unit load is at B, the unit value for what is 1. 1 nandito. Excited. See. So, 1. Now, when the unit load is at B, ito pa rin, kasi included yung 4 dito. So, ang Ay is still 1. So, constant dito. Yan. And then, 1 din to. Now, how about if the unit load is at C? So, when x is equal to 7. So, dito na tayo. Okay? So, 7 minus 7, that is 0 divided by 3 is 0. So, 0, nandito siya. Okay? Then, last, when the unit load is at D, which is x is equal to 9. So, 7 minus 9 is 2 over 3. So, negative 2/3. Negative 2/3, dito yan. Negative 2/3. Okay, just connect this using a line. Yan. Yan. Meron ka ng influence. Okay. So, I hope na-follow natin. Okay, next. For the moment at A. Okay, for the moment at A, so, dito na lang. Sa moment at A, lang para nakikita natin. So, ang gawin nyo is habang pinapanood nyo to, i-rewrite nyo na lang yung solution. Kasi pag pumunta na ako dito, hindi na natin nakikita yung iba. At least pag pinapanood nyo, para madali nyo tingnan yung equation is habang pinapanood nyo to, i-rewrite nyo lang yung solution. Okay? Basta patandaan nyo lang yung flow. Or sundan nyo lang yung flow. Okay, so using the whole equation, we'll take moment or whole structure, we'll take moment at A equal to 0. Okay? So, let's say clockwise positive. So, we have negative MA. Okay, negative MA. Okay, plus yung 1 kilonewton. Okay, times X. And then minus C1. So, is equal to 0. So our general equation for MA is, regardless kung ano yung rotation nyo dyan, depende sa assumption nyo. So it will be CY minus X. So ito again, yung general equation. Okay? So this will be our general equation. So this is true for 0 to 9. Kaya lang, we have a change in value of CY. Okay, nag-iiba yung value ng CY. So, ang CY, if, again, ito, pag quiz natin, hindi nyo na kailangan isulat to. If 1 kilonewton is at greater than 0, but less than 4, or equal to 4, ang CY is equal to 0. So, ano din yung MA? So, MA is, therefore, MA is equal to negative negative X. Okay, so this is the general equation. CY. Baliktad. Sorry, baliktad yung pinag-transpose ko. Dapat pala, ito, mali yung pinag-transpose ko pala yon. Sorry. Balik tayo dito. Yan, balik tayo dito. Yan. So, summation moment, considering the whole structure, mali yung moment ko kanina. Ay, hindi. Dito na lang. Balik tayo sa... hindi ko alam ang shortcut ng control ng undo. So, moment ko na lang. So, moment, so, negative MA plus 1 times X. We have plus CY. Plus CY ba? Ay, negative CY, sorry. CY multiplied by 7 is equal to 0. So, ang MA, yun. Ayun. So, X minus 7 CY. So, ito yung general equation natin ulit. So, general equation for MA. Kaya lang, ang value ng CY nagbabago. So, when the 1 kilonewton is at greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 4, ang value ng CY is 0. So, kung ang CY is 0, ito ang MA natin will also be, palitan mo lang to. So, magiging yung CY 0. So, ang magiging value ng MA ngayon is X. So, ito, applicable siya kapag ang unit load is nasa within this range. Next. So, when the 1 kilonewton is at less than or equal to 4, but greater than or equal to 4, but less than or equal to 9, ang MA is, so, X minus 7. Ang value ng Y doon is ito, ang value ng CY. Value ng CY, ito. X minus 4. X minus 4 over 3. So, simplify natin. So, MA. Okay, so, ito, we have 3. So, we have 3x minus 7x plus 28. So, ang MA, ang equation for MA is 28 minus 4x over 3. So, ito nga na yun ngayon yung equation natin. So, this value of MA is true when the unit load is at 4 and 9. Ito mga range, hindi mo na kailangan isulat ito pag quiz natin. Basta alam nyo yung saan mo gagamitin itong mga ginawa mong equation. Okay, so we can now draw your influence diagram. So, your influence diagram now for MA, IL for MA. So, starting from when the unit load is at A, which is at x is equal to 0, ito yung gagamitin natin equation, so 0 to. Green naman. Yan. And then, when the unit load is at 4, or at B, which is as x is equal to 4. So, 4 dito. So, 4, positive. When the unit load is at 7 meters, ito yung gagamitin natin. So, 28 minus 4 times 7, that is 28. So, 28 minus 28, that is 0. So, 0 dito. Extend ko lang to. So, pagdating dito, yung value ng x o yung value ng cy is 0. And then, how about pag ang unit load is nasa, kapag ito yung A, sulat ko lang to. A ito kasi. A, B, C, and D. When the unit load is at D, which is at x is equal to 9, so 28 minus 4 times 7, 4 times 9, sorry. So, 28, palagi ko lang. 28 minus 4 times 9 divided by 3. Ang sagot doon is negative 8 over 3. So, negative 8 over 3. Ang alas ng dito. Negative 8 over 3. So, connect mo lang yan through a line. Yan. And then, ito 0 is equal. Yan. Okay, basta line yan. Okay, line yan. Okay, yan lang. Okay? So, ganun lang yung pag-solve ng influence line. So, using the equilibrium method. So, madali lang. Okay, so this is for the reactions. Okay, so common to, pag mga board exam, yung shape, okay, pinapa-drawing, or yung shape ng influence line. Merong lumabas nun sa board exam namin na isa eh, ganito. Or pwede rin na kukunin mo yung response or yung value ng CY when the unit load is at a certain position. Pero mga simply supported lang yun. Okay, madali lang kasi solve yung mga simply supported. Okay, so that's all for the first example for influence line. So, now, bakit ba dinodrawing natin yung influence line? Now, dinodrawing yung influence line para at least, kaya 1 ang ginagamit, para yung mga values dito is gagawin nating multiplier. So, ibig sabihin, when a unit load is, let's say, 50 kilonewton, ano yung magiging MA? Okay, ano yung magiging, let's say, yung 50 kilonewton. Ang example ng mga to is yung mga sa bridge, yung mga bridge deck. Let's say, meron kang sasakyan na dumadaan. So, yung sasakyan na yon, yung weight ng sasakyan na tra-transfer sa wheel, and then yung wheel ang magtra-transfer ng load ng sasakyan sa bridge or sa supporting structure. And that concentrated load is constantly moving along the entire length. Now, once you have identified, let's say, gawin ang every load sa wheelbase na yun is 100 kilonewton, para makuha mo yung maximum MA, ang gagawin mo lang is you multiply MA or yung load na yon dun sa highest, okay, highest ordinate ng influence diagram. In case na 100 kilonewton, para makuha mo yung response sa MA, 100 times 4. So, ibig sabihin, when the unit load is at 4, or when the 100 kilonewton is at B, i-multiply mo lang ng 4, yun na yung moment, expected moment. Yun na yung maximum. Kasi ito yung pinaka-peak ordinate for moment. So, ganun yun. So, yun yung one application. Pero we have a separate topic for the application of influence line. Okay, so see you sa next example.